celebration. Today is the 330th birthday of Johann Sebastian Bach.
That's great.
Yes, who probably was the most influential and perhaps the greatest composer of all time. He lived from 1685 to 1750. He died when he was 65, and he had 20 children.
I suppose that goes for Mrs. Bach.
He had 7 children with his first wife, and then a bunch more with his second wife, but many of them did die.
They're all dead now, right?
Well, I'm sure his DNA lives on. With that many children, I'm sure they've lived on. So all over the world today, people will be celebrating in 300 countries, in most of the cities. We have like 15 Bach performances in Seattle alone today. This is one of them. So it's a great celebration. Later, after we've heard lots of music, I'll give another synopsis of his life and some of the influences that that he had on everybody, including science and math. So today we've chosen my favorite piece of Bach's, which is the Brandenburg Concerto No. 4. This was a piece that my sister had at her wedding, so it's special for me. And then also, my mother was a cellist whose favorite composer was Bach. And I listened to Bach 6 hours a day. So I didn't really become a musician until I was 30 because it took a while to recover from that. So, we're going to hear live our very own Bach and the Subway Orchestra playing the 4th Brandenburg Concerto at their leisure. playing today just for the joy of playing Bach's music together. So, you want to just introduce yourself?
Noreen Jackie.
Johan Ensta.
Aki Namioka.
Alone swimming.
Dustin Fitzgerald.
Sarah Blum.
Shelby Eaton.
Sandra Center.
Okay, so we're going to have some cake and punch. I'm going to make just a point. This is an acoustic music school that specializes in teaching the folk arts. But back in Bach's day, 330 years ago, there wasn't the distinction between classical and folk music that has developed in the last 150 years. Nowadays, we think of classical music as inside of a music hall, and it's a concert, it's a very stuffy thing you go to. In Bach's day, much of the music was improvised as you went, and a lot of it was written down after the fact. And a lot of times, Bach would never play the same thing twice. In his day, it was very common to have dueling harpsichords or dueling violins, and these would be like the people in the square would gather around, and they would take a theme, and they had to improvise on it, and then the people would clap for the winner. So there's a famous story that someone challenged Bach to a harpsichord duel. And so they got to the church and they had the two harpsichords set up, and this gentleman came in and they had a little chance to warm up, and he heard Bach warming up and he hightailed it out of town. And so then, as a favor to the community, Bach sat and improvised for 6 hours straight. So there's a big corollary between folk music and this kind of music. It's not as stuffy as people now tend to think of classical music. Now, Bach also used a lot of what they call figured bass, where he would write down a bass line, and then the musicians would improvise off of it. And that is very much what jazz musicians do today. So there's many, many corollaries between the traditions that Bach kind of presaged and saw ahead of his time. He was most noted for being an organist and a great musician rather than a composer. And when he died without a will. So his estate was divided up according to the rules of the land, which was a third of it went to his wife, who outlived him, and the other 2/3 went to his remaining sons and children, which were many. And many of them were poor. And the manuscript paper that they inherited with all his writings on, sometimes they would sell it just for the paper, and it would be used to wrap fish in the fish market. And a lot of it, he just like wrote, he found the idiom of writing music extremely easy for him. He could do it in his head, and he could just put it on paper as fast as it would come out of his head. His whole life was just streams of writing down these things that would come from his head. And he also had a rich family life. He had 2 wives. He lost his mother when he was 9, or his father when he was 9, and his mother when he was 10. Numerous children died along the way. He had an extremely emotionally fulfilling and rich life. And the music just poured out of him. And if it wasn't just being improvised, people would come around and write it down, or he would write it down. And it was often his habit, after he put the children to bed, to go into a closet with candles and cognac and drink the night away and just write stuff. He loved using counterpoint and little melodies and using architecture to build these little melodies and these fugues and little snippets that would kind of build and weave and interact, and then this whole incredible architecture of a piece of work would emerge. And this would just come out of him. He didn't spend a lot of time worrying about it or suffering over it. He just did it.